Good morning, good evening, and a good afternoon, trader Steve here at Logic FX Trading, and welcome to our trading room summary on Tuesday, the 5th of May 2020. Okay, guys, what we've been looking for in the China 50 is a drop that we got, and then we were looking for some sort of like little bearish flag over here, which we're still getting at the moment. So we'll have to keep an eye on this to see if we're going to get another drawdown. And there's been a lot of talk around about retesting the lows, that this has been over enthusiastic, that there's a lot of things that are wrong with the world economy at the moment, and therefore this needs to correct. So we'll just have to wait and see whether this drops again. So far as the rest of the indexes are concerned, they've had this rather than what we had there. We all got the drop, but rather than a nice little bearish flag, which is always lovely, they've actually pulled back up like this, guys. So then you've got to say to yourself, well, is this just the start of the continuation from back here, or is this just a pullback before we get the next leg down? That's the thing that we don't know. I wouldn't be trying to trade it down unless it actually starts to go short, folks. This is the Aussie, by the way. So we'll have to see if this is going to drop. I wouldn't try and trade it long from here either, guys. But we'll see if it's going to drop. I suspect there's going to be downside. Yet again, this is a little bit of over-enthusiasm. There's people calling this a dead cat bounce. And they're saying not only will we retest the bottoms, but we'll crash on down through there. All the reasons for it are out there. You know, the world economy isn't just going to return to what it was because the coronavirus looks as if we're, you know, getting back to work. This Nikkei, yet again, we had the drop, but it hasn't moved since yesterday, guys. So I'm just wondering, was there a holiday in Japan at the moment, because it hasn't moved at all. The Dow Jones, no, sorry, Deutsche DAX, yeah, it's still holding true to, we had a drop, now we're getting possibly a little bullish flag before it drops again. And the French, there was a lot of news out this morning saying about you know, how the markets were going long because of you know, the lockdown being relaxed in Europe. But since then we then had this pullback, guys. So at the moment for me, this is still a potential bearish flag. We'll have to see how it transpires. Of course, it could hang around in here for a while yet before it goes. And obviously, you know, the way they often move is you get a drop like that. Sometimes you get a sharp, oops, that doesn't look like a great, let's draw that again, guys. Sometimes when you get a sharp move, you can get quite a move back up before the next one comes. So it is still possible that we're going to get another leg down, despite the fact that some of the markets have recovered quite steeply. You'll see that in a minute when we go and look at the American markets. There's the UK, looks very similar to the French. We had our initial fall. Prices are hanging around here. We had a big push up this morning. It's been rejected. We'll have to see. This is the drawing that I put in before we had the drop. That's what we were looking for. We're currently in that bit. If it's going to come true, we're currently in that bit. And we'll see will we get the drop again, guys. I certainly am not going to be trying to trade these long at this stage. Although, you know, I could be wrong. NASDAQ, same thing, guys. There's, it came a little bit steeper on the NASDAQ. There's what we were looking for. It's come a little bit steeper. We did have this big push down, but it's starting to recover again. We'll have to see, is that the top before it's going to go? If you measure that recovery, 61.8, guys. Now, I don't trade actual levels like that, but it is interesting that it's come back up to 61.8 before starting to move. It's not enough for me at the minute to go short on it, particularly since we're getting this little recovery. But any more push down in this, I may well try and trade that short. S&P unfortunately is not open at the minute, guys. Well, our chart on TradingView isn't open. Yet again, a little bit of a pullback. I suspect there'll be a bit more upside to it whenever it opens, but it will probably follow the Nasdaq. So if the Nasdaq does drop, it will drop as well. There's the line we drew on Sunday evening, Monday morning, folks. No, Friday. That was last week actually. Before the drop, we drew that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Looking for a drop, maybe a zigzag down into there, and then we'll see where it goes from there, guys. And then Dow Jones, same thing. This is one that I'm short on. It is longer than this now. When you go over and look at your broker's chart, you will see that it has pushed up, but it also has that little push down over the last hour. We'll see if that's, you know, the top of the pullback, and now it's going to go. I got back into the green in this one. I traded this. I talked about it, I think yesterday, guys, was talking about it, that I actually got short in this a week ago last Friday here, because I saw this little zigzag and I thought, well, it's going to go again, guys, maybe come to there, and it could be the start of a bullish move. As it turned out, I had to ride through all of this, nearly got stopped out, came back down. I was in the green and I thought, do you just stop it out for a zero? I've hung in and it's gone back up again, folks. We're up around there at the minute with a little pull down like that. I'm hoping that it's going to be a little zigzag that may come down to that area, and then we'll see from there, guys, because if the news starts turning nasty, then we'll see it continuing on down. But there is still that possibility that we'll get another move down into that sort of region there, guys, that fourth wave region. So that was a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. For anyone that does Elliott, you can see that that's a 5-wave move up there, folks. Okay, that's the markets. The dollar, I've been saying that it's going to stay up in this area, possibly in a channel. We don't know if it's going to stay in the channel or not, guys, but I've been calling this channel ever since we got to there and it started to drop. I said, guys, this isn't going to drop away down here. It'll probably stay in a channel up here. That's what it's done so far. Obviously, at some point, it will break out of it, but for now, we're still in the channel. When we were here and we got that big push down, a lot of people were calling the euro long and the dollar short, and I said no, it's going to turn, it's going to come back up. By the way, I don't know exactly what it's going to do, guys, so I'm not bumming that I said that. I'm just saying that's what my feeling was, that there's a lot more difficulties ahead for the world economy, and the safe haven aspect of the dollar would hold it up there. That's the reasoning behind it. It's not because I'm, you know, I have a crystal ball or something like that. I obviously don't. So I think it'll stay in that region. Be interesting to see if it can get back up to there again after that little push. I haven't found out why this has happened. It was on the euro, folks, but I've been recording all morning here and I haven't had a chance to go and check out the reason why that's happened. Obviously, I'll do that as soon as we've finished doing the recordings and the training sessions and what have you. So then obviously you can put that into the major pairs. What I've said is that white arrow indicates sideways movement, guys. In other words, I can see this kind of doing that sort of thing for a while. The pound has had a bit of a drawdown. Is that the top? Is it going to hang around up here? Not entirely sure. If the dollar pushes down, you will probably get a move down to there. I can't see it going away down there, guys. Maybe if it comes to there, then I'll look to trade it long. The Aussie's possibly played itself out. It's had a really good move, a 5-wave impulse up. So I'm looking for a bit of a pullback on that. I'll not go through them all, folks. Oil's making a nice recovery, guys, but it's not going up there. It'll correct out of there, and it'll range in here somewhere. earlier we said maybe the range would be down there, but I also did say, listen, it could break up a little bit higher before pulling back down again. I think it will range below $30. So I wouldn't be trying to buy oil, to go away up there, folks. And in fact, it's moved up that much that I wouldn't be going long on it at the minute, unless of course we got a nice little zigzag or something like that looked long, and the news was out there that the world economy is getting going again. Oil's oil's being used, the surplus is being used up. Then maybe we could try and trade oil up. But I don't see it getting anywhere near where it was for a very long time, guys. I don't see it getting up there or way up here for a long time. So I'd be looking at oil to be in this region. And then of course you can take that information and plug it in to your oil based currencies, the likes of the Norwegian. It's not coming up. It was a little yesterday when it kind of looked like that. I was a little bit concerned that it could drop again within a range here before coming long, but it's gone that far now that I'm kind of getting the feeling it's going to just slowly work its way up. And obviously the CAD as well, it's based mainly on oil, having that little recovery as the oil price comes up. But part of that is also to do with the Swiss. The Swiss is dropping this morning as well for the same reason that the euro's dropping, guys, but I still don't know the reason for it yet. That'll do us for today, guys. I'll speak to you all again tomorrow, and of course you can always subscribe on my website. Bye for now.